In January 2023, famous Hells Angels biker boss Frank Hanebuth is charged by the Spanish courts and is facing 13 years in prison. The Spanish prosecutors accuse Hanebuth of creating a criminal organization, along with money laundering and illegal possession of firearms. Additionally, they are seeking a hefty fine of $4.5 million. Hanebuth is not the only Hells Angels member facing court. There are two others, but they are facing up to 38 years, as opposed to 13 years that Frank Hanebuth is facing. Why? For running a chapter of the motorcycle club Hells Angels in the Spanish island Mallorca. That is not the only reason, though. The prosecution believes he and the club are part of an organized crime syndicate that is controlling the entire island of Mallorca. Let's start from the beginning. Born 12th of September 1964 in Garbsen, Osterwald, Germany, Hanebuth is born to two hard-working members of society. His father was a school director and his mom was a secretary. But Hanebuth didn't want the ordinary life. He preferred life a little more on the dark side. So he started work in the red light district of Steintoviertel, Hanover. But Hanebuth wasn't content, so he tried his hand at boxing. Hanebuth played in a couple of professional matches in the early 90s before giving it away. Why? The biker lifestyle was all too tempting, and so in 1995 he joined the Bones MC, one of the OG biker clubs. At that time, Bones MC was one of the largest German MC clubs. Every true biker in Germany and beyond remembers the Bones MC. And there are even German rappers who name themselves after this club. Eventually, Hanebuth became president of the Hanover chapter and was pivotal in making the Bones MC part of the Hells Angels in 1999. His criminal career began early, where he tried to set up brothels in Hamburg. Hanebuth got unlucky and was arrested by police in 2000. He talked his way out of it, though, and so he did not spend any time in prison. It was not until 2001 when he was arrested for assault. Hanebuth went to prison for 3 years. Did he come out of prison a changed man? A saint with a new mission in life? No. On the contrary, he stepped it up a bit. Hanebuth continued his involvement in the underworld of brothels and the like. He earned his reputation as being a major figure in crime because of his resolution of the Stone Gate, which used to be fought over by the Russians, Turks, and Albanians. Hanebuth was able to gain connections with very influential people through politics, police, and the media. He was known as the Hanover Connection. Unfortunately, Hanebuth's influence came to an end by March 2012 when his property was raided by law enforcement. In June 2012, the Lower Saxony State Parliament banned the Hells Angels, eventually banning the chapter in Hanover. What the prosecutors didn't know was that Hanebuth diversified his empire. He was not only active in Germany. The rabbit hole goes much deeper. In 2013, Hanebuth found himself in trouble again on the sunny shores of Mallorca. Alongside 23 other suspected motorcycle rockers, they were arrested on a finca in Lloret de Vistalegre, a picturesque spot on the Spanish holiday island. Hanebuth, along with the other alleged ex-members of the infamous rocker gang Hells Angels, faced a raft of charges in the court of law in the State Court of Madrid. What are the charges, you might ask? Drug trafficking, pimping, creating a criminal organization, kidnapping, extortion, trafficking, and money laundering. Quite the resume, wouldn't you say? The prosecutor assigned to Hanebuth's case didn't hold back, demanding 13 years of imprisonment. But that's not all. Two alleged leaders of the gang were also in trouble. The prosecutor sought 38 years and 6 months for one, and 33 years and 6 months for the other. The grand total of all the requested prison sentences for the 46 defendants was an eye-popping 298 years and 6 months. It turns out, the group had been busy causing trouble on the beautiful island of Mallorca between 2009 and 2013. This paradise turned into a den of crime, as the gang committed a series of serious offenses on the Playa de Palma, also known as the infamous Ballermann. For a long time, Hanebuth was seen to many as one of the most influential Hells Angels in Europe. He built a vast empire in Hanover, involving brothels, bars, and security companies. After spending 2 years behind bars, Hanebuth was consigned to the confines of the maximum security prison in Cadiz, but occasionally he was granted permission to leave Spain. but only with the court's approval. The long-standing president of the Hells Angels in Hanover was granted freedom in July 2015. Freedom came with a hefty price tag, a whopping bail of 60,000 euros, and under strict conditions. While he is released on bail in 2015 with a staggering 60,000 euros, $65,000, his freedom is limited until 2017, when he finally gains permission to leave Spain and return to his home country, Germany. This is where the story gets interesting. This turbulent time in Hanebuth's life doesn't end there as he faces court again for those alleged crimes. The prosecutors want him in prison forever. Will the convicted Hells Angels accept plea deals, or will they stay hard? And how big is the empire of Hanebuth on the sunny island of Mallorca really? If you like the video so far, please leave a like and a comment. What do the prosecutors alleged? Spanish prosecutors have leveled charges of membership in a criminal organization, money laundering, and illegal possession of firearms against Hanebuth. Additionally, they are seeking a hefty fine of $4.5 million for the money laundering offense. Other defendants face charges related to running a prostitution ring and drug trafficking, which could lead to prison sentences of up to 38 years. According to the criminal indictment, the Hells Angels engaged in illicit activities in Mallorca under Hanebuth's leadership from 2009 to 2013. Appointing fellow members to carry out crimes such as extortion, pimping, acquiring illegal firearms, and robbery in tourist hotspots. Hanebuth and his associates left a dark mark on the island. The alleged criminal activities extended beyond traditional motorcycle pursuits. On top of that, one of Hanebuth's fellow defendants was caught driving a Bentley at an alarming speed of 125 miles per hour in a 75 miles per hour zone. Prosecutors are seeking a 13-year prison sentence for Hanebuth, considering him a pivotal player in the gang's relocation from Hanover to Mallorca. Why did they relocate, you ask? Due to increased pressure in Germany and the dissolution of the Hells Angels chapter. Frank Hanebuth is accused of running a chapter of the motorcycle club involved in organized crime, and he appears alongside 49 alleged collaborators from various countries. Before the trial is adjourned, Hanebuth exercises his right to make a final statement. Will he snitch and talk bad about his community? If you have been following this channel for some time, you already know the answer. He passionately declares that the Hells Angels are not a criminal organization, emphasizing their democratic structure, where every member has equal voting power. Hanebuth denies the existence of a president at either national or international levels, asserting that each chapter operates independently. While many of the defendants opt for plea deals and fines, Hanebuth refuses to seek a similar resolution. With defendants of German, Greek, and British origins requiring interpreters, the trial unfolds in Spanish, with 3 participants joining via video call from Germany. On the first day of the trial, 35 of the 49 defendants accept plea deals, resulting in reduced sentences in the form of fines. Among those who did not take the deal, the alleged treasurer of the group, Abdelghani Yousafi, faces the highest requested sentence of 28.5 years. Prosecutors assert that Mallorca was an attractive base for the Hells Angels due to its high number of foreign residents and the existence of other money laundering and drug trafficking networks on the island. The trial promises to shed light on the extent of the motorcycle club's involvement in these illegal activities. His attorney has previously requested Hanebuth's acquittal during the closing arguments. The prosecution has accused the bikers of engaging in a range of organized criminal activities, including drug trafficking, prostitution, money laundering, and extortion. The final indictment from the prosecution reflects some reductions in their sentence requests, acknowledging the prolonged duration of the trial since the initial police operation almost a decade ago. The conclusion of this landmark trial will soon bring justice to the alleged members of the Hells Angels gang. Or will it?